Representative Greiner.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. I have plenty of time to ask my simple question, but I want to follow up on Representative Dunbar. Being from Lancaster County and being a lot of, retirement care communities, independent living, personal care, we need to get that addressed. We want our seniors, we talk the talk that we want our seniors to live as independently as possible and not have to move into a facility. And I'm with Representative Dunbar. We need to get, might be happening in other states, but we have to understand what's going on and when you have the right to go into an independent living unit and try to tell people they're doing, as I said, we might have to change the way we approach things. All of a sudden, you're saying it's a personal, care community. And we've changed. Society's changed. And it really definitely needs to be addressed. And then speaking of Lancaster County, also I want to go back to Representative Santora, Representative Heffley. I'm glad to hear that we're dealing with our reimbursements for independent pharmacies too. So now you've heard it from all over the state. You got Southeast, Northeast, and now South Central. And it was Lancaster County delegation, I know that spent some time looking at this, and it might have been us that reached out to you because I know that was a real problem and the margins are very small. So I just want to say in those two areas from my prior colleagues, we really need to do some work and we need to make sure that both those areas get shored up. And if there's anything that I can do to help, I like to be part of that in both those areas. Now, my simple question, I guess it's simple, has to go back to the budget, and it has to go to our community-based surgery centers. And in the budget, there is a line item where there's an anticipation of getting $25 million worth of revenues from them. And, when you look at that, with the number of surgery centers there are throughout the state, that might end up being somewhere between $75,000 and $100,000 that each surgery center is going to have to contribute to make up that balance that the state's looking for. And I was wondering whether you could provide me some input or some insight into how you think that, I guess it's going to be a tax, how that, or fee, how that's going to be assessed.
I don't think we have the details on what the rate will be as far as the assessment, and we're just looking at these facilities overall. They are cost effective, of course, but they do not participate heavily in the Medicaid program, which is a benefit to us from a state perspective. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get my hands around this, the trade-off. So there is in one hand, they're cost-effective to the state. On the other hand, you're trying to cost-effective and would be cost-effective to the Medicaid system if they did participate. They, on average, have about a 30% profit margin across the facilities.
So I hate to say it, so it sounds like we're going after them because they're profitable.
We're looking at all avenues that we have to receive revenue to continue your services. I understand that.
That answer kind of threw me off because it just threw me off. But I do know that. Anyway, you answered my question. We're unsure right now how that assessment's going to be and how it's going to be, how you're going to do it across the board. But anyway, thank you for your time. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.